Hey guys, I hope you're doing well today. It has been about a month since I introed my Pan That Palette and Project Pan porn to you guys, and I've definitely made some really good progress on both of my palettes, and I am including another one just to use because I haven't used it yet because I've been trying to really focus on these two palettes. Let's get into the Pan That palette first because I just want to show you guys my progress. So for my Pan That palette, I just wanted to try to hit pan on all the shades in my Z palette that I have in my palette currently. So I'm going to insert a picture from my intro video so you guys can see what it looked like last month. And here's what it's looking like now. Definitely some major progress and some pretty big changes. I've hit pan on the shade Little Boat right here, just some tiny pan, and this is a beautiful warm brown shade. I've actually hit pan on Glass Bull right here from Colourpop. This shade is extremely powdery, so every time you dip your brush into there, a lot of product comes up, so that's definitely why I hit pan on it. And I have hit pan on Honey Pot. The Glass Bull one wasn't my goal for the month to hit pan on it, and neither was hitting pan on Little Boat. I did have a goal to hit pan on Honey Pot, and I did do that. And for the other shades, I just wanted to make some dips in them. I've made a ton of progress on this Liar Liar shade, which is that really pretty pinky champagne. I've made a pretty good dip in Belair. I've also made a dip not including pan in Pink Champagne, and I'm just happy with my progress so far. I haven't really used Love Bug and Moonbeam all that much. I've used them a couple times throughout the month. I really enjoy pairing Love Bug with Pink Champagne. I think the look is gorgeous. And I also want to use up half of my Fairy Tale shade. I had some up on the sides right here and it was a little bit higher. And I think I've made about half of the product that was already there used up. So let's talk about goals for the next month. I would love to use up Liar Liar right here, which is this pinky champagne color. I would also love to use up Fairy Tale. And those are definitely two shadows I know I can finish because there's so little of it left. I had to repress Liar Liar because it just kept getting so crumbly. So this is pan on my repressed version. And I would like to make a bigger pan in Belair because this is my everyday crease shade. I would like to expand the pan on my Little Boat shade. Glass Bull I might expand the pan on a little bit. If I use it probably more than once, the pan will probably get fairly big. I would love to try to hit pan on Pink Champagne right there. I love this shade so much. That's what it looks like. And then here is a swatch of it. This is an awesome eyeshadow. It pairs really nicely with cool toned looks, but also with kind of neutral or warm tone crease shades. Really enjoy that shade. You guys know I love that one. And I would like to try to use Love Bug a little bit more because I'll be using Pink Champagne so much. Moonbeam is really pretty. I've actually tried it as a highlighter, but as you can see, it kind of has like a gray tone to it. So I'd have to mix it with like Liar Liar. So I might try to use it up a little bit more that way, but I'm so happy with the progress I've been making. I've already hit pan on 3 eyeshadows in the last month, and it's only middle of January. So I definitely think I can use up the majority of this palette, but my goals generally are to just hit pan on every single one, and we'll move on from there. That was my update on my Pan That palette, and I'm really happy with how I'm doing. So now we'll move on to the Project Pan porn, and this was a project started by LS, and she wanted to focus on hitting pan on as many eyeshadows as possible, and that's what I kind of want to do this year. I definitely want to try to get more use out of my palettes that I have since they are a little bit newer. So for the last month, I've been working on my Yes Please palette from Colourpop, and I'll insert a picture of what it looked like last month. And here's what we're looking like now. So as you can see, I have hit pan on 2 shades in this palette. I've hit pan on Buttercake, which is that really pretty gold, and then Note to Self, which is that medium tone matte brown color. I really enjoy this palette, guys. I'm really happy I put it in here to work on it because it's been helping me kind of get a love for it because I was just kind of like meh about it before. The formula is great, especially on the mattes. Some of the shimmers are kind of like they're not that great, especially like this one right here is not that great at all. I've only used it once, but I didn't love the look of it, so I need to play with it a little bit more. And I just wanted to try to make some progress on it, maybe hit pan. I am going to keep this in my Project Pan porn for 1 more month just to see how much progress I can make on it. Plus, I am trying to make some really good progress on Note to Self and also hit pan on French Kiss in my Finish 8 by Easter, so I'll link that up in the cards right here. So I'll still be using this palette once I have it out of this project, but I'll mostly just be reaching for those 2 colors. I would love to try to hit pan on this shade right here, which is the shade Full Zip, which is kind of like a peachy, creamy color. And I already have a slight dip in it right now. This pretty much matches my skin tone, as you can see here. You probably can't tell that much. It is the shade right here. And I think I can hit pan on it in the next month because I've been using it to set my eyeshadow primer and also set my brow bone as well. And then I want to see if I can hit pan on this shade right here in Bling, which is one of my favorite shades in this palette. It's a really pretty kind of rosy, red toned metallic color. It's really pretty as well. And I love pairing it with that gold shade. So here's what Bling looks like. So those are definitely two shades I want to try to hit pan on in my Yes Please palette. I've also not touched that yellow color yet either, so I definitely want to make some more progress on this palette. This is probably the last month I'll have this palette in it for a while, but I'm really happy with how I've been doing so far. I'm going to include another palette in my Project Pan Porn, but I don't have any goals to hit pan on this in the next month. I just want to put it in here because I literally have not used it yet because I've been working on those other two palettes, my Pan That palette and my Colourpop Yes Please palette in the Project Pan Porn. So this is just one I got for Christmas and I haven't touched it yet. I definitely want to use it and I think it'll pair really nicely with all the colors that I have in my Pan That palette. This is the Urban Decay Naked Ultimate Basics palette and Matt's family got it for me for Christmas. Here are what the colors looked like. And it's gorgeous. It has a more cool toned purpley row and then it has a more warm tone with a pop of like that cool shade right here. I really want to try to pair these with especially my Pink Champagne color because I love those purpley tones. And I'm just happy to have some more cool toned eyeshadows and matte colors to blend in with my other shimmery lid colors. And since I haven't used it yet, I definitely want to use it and play with it with my other palettes. That was my update for my Pan That palette and Project Pan Porn. I'm really happy with how I'm doing in both of those projects, especially my Pan That palette. I think I can really finish up a lot of those eyeshadows and not just hit pan on them, which was my original goal. And then for my Colourpop Yes Please palette, I'm really happy I hit pan on 2 eyeshadows and I'm hoping I can hit pan on 2 in the next month as well. And I'm also really excited to try out that Urban Decay palette because it just seems beautiful and it will pair really nicely with my 2 palettes that I have in this project. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please let me know if you guys are doing a Pan That palette or a Project Pan Porn because I love seeing like eyeshadow pans and just hitting pan in general. It's definitely a guilty pleasure for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in my next video. Talk to you later.